Hello guys, in this video we want to learn some basic constructions, and as you all know, most constructions are carried out using ruler and compasses only. In this case I'm going to use this compass. Remember the following when making constructions. Number one, make a rough sketch. In this case it will give you a clear picture how your construction would be like. Number two, use a hard pencil with a sharp point. Then number three, use good quality compasses. That's why I say this compass is very good. Is from the wired calculator. If you have a wired calculator, you will see this inside. So this is a very good one. Use this kind of compass to construct anything that you want to construct. That is a pair in which the joint is not too loose. You check this one is strong. The last one, and this one is very important, leave all construction lines visible. Do not erase anything that contributes to the final result. Then firstly, let's go deep into the construction. Our first construction, we're going to look at first, to bisect a given straight line. Then you are given a straight line A and B, AB. So to bisect this line, you take face with center A and with any radius greater than half of this line, like this. Make sure it's greater than this half of this line. Then you do what? You draw an arc. Also you draw an arc here and also draw at this other end. Then with center B, with that same radius, cut the first arc and this other arc. Then you can name this one P and this one Q. Join PQ. Join PQ to cut AB at, let's say, M. At M. So this M, this point M is the midpoint of AB. M is the required midpoint of A and B. This line A and B, this M is the middle of this line. Then we go to our second construction. To bisect a given triangle ABC. Then the procedures: with center B and any confidence radius, draw an arc. Any confidence radius, you can reduce your listing or any radius you want to use is fine. with center B, you do what? Cut A and C. Cut line AB and line BC at what? At point P and point Q respectively, with center P and Q, and any radius greater than half PQ. You make sure this radius is greater than half PQ. In other words, you describe an arc, and then with center Q also, you cut the face arc. You join BM. Then this BM, line BM, is the required bisector of that triangle. Then we go to our third construction. Then number 3, to construct a line perpendicular to a given straight line from a given point outside the line. So we have a straight line AB. Then we need to find a point, or maybe you pick a point outside this line. Let's call it M. Then the first procedure with center M and with any confidence radius, you draw an arc. You draw an arc to cut AB. What am I doing? You draw an arc to cut AB. To cut line AB at X and Y. Then with X and Y as center, with center X and with a radius greater than half. Look at this. This is like half of XY, but you make sure the radius is greater than half. The radius is greater than half AY and XY. Let me make it obvious. Okay, you draw an arc. With center Y and that same radius, you cut that face arc. Sorry, this line is not part of the construction. That's why I say when you are doing your construction, you should use a pencil, because like this you can clean it out. I'm using pen to do my own. So you can call this our Z. Can call it Z. Then you join M to C, join M to Z, and then you have a midpoint here. This is the line perpendicular, and you know the meaning of perpendicular. For a line to be perpendicular to another line, this angle, the angle between them must be 90 degrees. So in other words, you are constructing a 90 degrees, and if you want to check whether it's 90 degrees, you can use a protractor. Let's call this point O. You can use a protractor to measure this. This is, I hope you can see. Make sure this line touches with this line. Check it out. This is the line, and this line must pass through this your line, and this one must also pass through your line. And as you can see, this is 90 degrees. If you draw it straight, you to meet at this point, but you are not going to use this protractor. You can only check using protractor. Okay, to construct a perpendicular to a given straight line from a given point on the given line. First, your given line AB, you draw a line first, line AB, then you pick any point on that line and call it M, with center M and any confidence radius. You draw an arc, any confidence radius. You draw an arc. You draw an arc to cut a line AB. Make sure it cuts this side, the two sides. You can name this point X. Now let me use P. You can name this point P and name this one Q. Also with P as center, and any confidence radius greater than PM, you do what? You draw an arc. This first drawing was a mistake. With Q as center also, and with that same radius, you cut your face up and name this place. You can name it. You can call it R. As you can see, this is also a perpendicular. It's a perpendicular. This line RM is perpendicular to AB. This is 90 degrees. To construct a special angles, like for example, an angle of 60 degrees, angle of 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and so on. First, given you first draw a straight line. Let's say we want to construct angle 60. First, draw a straight line. Then you name this and you call this point A, call this point B. Then you pick a point on AB. You pick a point and call it M, point M. Then with M as center, with M and as center, and with any convenient radius, draw a semicircle to cut A and B. To cut line AB. Draw a semicircle to cut line AB at you call this point, you can call this point P. Call this point P. Then you can choose to use this side, but this side is very small. I want to use this side, so you with P as center and that same radius, make sure it's the same radius that you use to draw this semicircle that you are using. With this same radius and with P as center, you cut this semicircle, cut it at let's say call it this Q. Join Q to M. Join QM. Guess what? This this particular angle QMP is what? 60 degrees. It's 60 degrees. And guess what? If you want to construct a 30 degrees from this 60 degrees, what do? You use our second construction, that is to bisect a given angle. Use that second method to bisect this angle QMP. It will give you 30 degrees, but let's try it with center P. And with any convenient radius, describe an arc, and with this same radius and with center Q, cut that face arc. I like naming my stuff, so you can call this T, and call this point T. Then join T to M. Automatically, this particular angle, let me call this U. Angle UMP is 30 degrees. Then if you bisect this 30 degrees, you have 15 degrees. If you bisect that 15, you have 7.5 degrees. And you can bisect 7.5 and you know what to have. So that is and with that you can also construct a angle 49 degrees. Sorry, you can construct angle 45 degrees using 90 degrees. Just bisect an angle of 90 degrees, you have 45. If you bisect 45, that is 45 divided by 2, and you will know the exact angle. Then if you are not sure about it, after your construction, you use a protractor to measure it. You are only using a protractor to measure and confirm, you are not using a protractor to construct it. Then let's go to number 6. To construct an angle equal to a given angle. Given this particular angle CAB, Then we want to construct an angle equal to this angle. So first, you do what? Just remember, first thing is to draw a line. With these procedures, after constructing, you see that this angle that we are going to construct is equal to this other one. You name this point P and name this one Q. This point Q with center A and any radius with center A and any radius. You do what? Cut line AC and line AB. You name this place, you name this point M, name this one N. Then with center P and that same radius, look at this. This is the radius of this arc. So with that same radius, you place your compass here. You draw an arc to cut PQ. Draw an arc to cut PQ at, let's say, X. With center X and this same radius with radius MN. Okay, it's not the same radius. Then you measure MN, radius MN. And then with center X and with radius MN, you cut this face out. Then draw a straight line. Call this R. Then you join RP and produce to this and produce to, let's say, S. This angle CAB is equal to angle SPQ. You can confirm it. Okay, let me confirm. This is, you measure this angle. This is this angle 51. This is 51 degrees. 51 degrees, and also measure this one. And this one is also 51 degrees. So accurate. To divide a given straight line into a given number of equal parts, given line AB, and you're asked to divide this line into 5 equal parts. First, you draw any angle. You draw AC, line AC at any angle to AB. You draw another angle. You draw another angle at this B, such that this angle A. Okay, let me write it. You draw another angle such that this angle CAB will be equal to, let's say, angle. You construct an angle such that that angle will be equal to angle CAB. So we are going to use that example 6. So what are we going to do? Remember, cut line AC and line AB. Then with that same radius, you place it. Let me draw this point very well. This point B. So with this radius, with this same radius, and with B as center, and this same radius, you draw an arc to cut AB, to cut line AB. With this point as center, measure this arc from here to here. With this angle and with this center, you draw an arc to cut this face arc. Then you join that point to B. Okay, now you join this. You draw a line to join this point to B. Then this particular angle, let's say x degree, is also the same angle. This angle is also the same. That's x degree. If this angle is x degree, this angle is also x degree. You set off on line AC, 5 equal parts. So you start from point A. You cut this phase line. This your AC. Let me call this P. Then make sure you are using the same radius. Cut it, and also with this as center. With this point as center, you draw the same line and to cut AC. And with this as center, you also draw another line like that till 5 places. Then you also divide this other line. Did not name this one. This is BD. You cut this one also. We call this point P. We call this Q, R, S, T. And we can call this is B, this is U, this is V. Okay, we mark these points U, V, W, X, Y. Join A to Y and P to X. Join Q to W. Join R to V. Join S to U, and then T to B. Okay, after joining all these points, then we call these points J, we call this K, we call this L, we call this M. Point J, K, L, M. We were asked to divide this line, line AB into 5 equal parts. If you check this, AJ is equal to JK, and is equal to KL, and is also equal to LM, which is equal to MB. If you have watched till this point, click on the thumbs up button and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, MathKub. Thank you very much. Bye for now. See you in my next video.